Okay, so let's move on to the shelves. So let's first decide what the height of this is, what the height of that is, the bottom of the shelf, the top, the bottom, and the top. So let's put those reference planes into our model. Now, just to show you that you can edit what you've done here so far. So this looks a little wide. Say I want to bring this in 6 inches. We can definitely do that even after we've created the sweep. So if I click on one of the sweeps and I say edit sweep, then I can go to sketch path. I can grab one edge of the path and I'll do this 2'6". There we go. Hit the green check, hit the green check again. I'm going to do the same for this one. Edit sweep, sketch path. You know, a better button to call that, I guess, after you've created a sweep would be edit path, but you know, I didn't create Revit. Okay, so let's put those heights down. So I'm going to do, let's do 4 inches, and then like 1.5 feet up from there, maybe. Let's see how that looks. So I'm going to go to the front view. What do we got here? What are these little guys? Ooh, this might be our front sweep. Let's go to the side view. Ah, yes, look at that. So I'm going to want to bring that path down as well. So let's go to the view one. I'm going to go edit sweep, edit path. Let's try the left view. Can I grab that? No. Let's go. Here we go. Front view. Bring that down. Bring that down. Let me snap to this. There we go. Hit the green check. Green check. Let's double check the left view. That looks better. Now it's going to the floor. Okay. So let's go to front view and let's add those reference planes. So I'm going to go create reference plane. I'll put one up. I'll do one at 4. And then I'm going to copy this one up at 1 foot. And let's do 1.5 feet. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to call this bottom shelf, bottom S. Or that's a dumb name. Hold on here. Lower shelf bottom. Lower shelf top. Ew. Get out of there. Come on. Okay, so that looks pretty good in proportion to the actual image. So, couple ways to draw this. Let's do it a way we've never done before. So I'm going to do an extrusion going all the way over. And then I'm going to void out. Yeah, that will do that. Then I'll void out the middle. Okay, so let's try that. So it looks like if I put this extrusion in, it's starting from the right inner edge going all the way to the left inner edge. So what I want to do is make 2 more reference planes, and I will do one here. And so I'll call this one right inner edge. And I'll do one here. And I'll call this one left inner edge. Okay, so let's draw on the right inner edge and extrude it to the left inner edge. So I'm going to go to the right view and kind of see the shape I already want. So I'm going to go create extrusion. I'm going to set the reference plane to right inner edge. And I am going to draw a line, say from here. Oh, let's go to here for now. And I'll go to there, there, and there. Now, if I look at this picture, it sticks out a little bit, right? So I am going to go back to Revit, go here, and I'll move this over, say, 3 inches. Looks pretty good right there. I'm going to hit the green check. Now let's go to the view. So it extruded not the direction I wanted, but that's fine. Okay. So if I go to the front view, I can grab this arrow and I'm going to drag it all the way over. Boom. To left inner edge. I can lock it to there if I want, but if I'm never going to change this or add parameters, don't even worry about that. So now let's go to view 1, and there we have sort of the box there, but it's solid. So how do we hollow this out? So we'll do that with a void form. Okay. So let's go to the front view. And if you remember, let's go to this reference plane here is center front back. So that's sort of the back face of the whole shelving unit. So back here. So I'm going to go to the front view. I'm going to create an extrusion on center front back. Okay, so it's behind the shelf at this point, but we can move it where we want. So I'm going to make a rectangle that's kind of the same size at first. And then I'm going to bring this side, the top edge, down a 1/2 inch. I'm going to bring this side over a 1/2 inch. Bottom up a 1/2 inch. And the right side over a 1/2 inch. Okay. Hit the green check. And okay, so I've made an extrusion right now. So here it is, right in there, right? So I'm going to bring this out. That looks good. And it's flush with the back. We'll change that. But I want to change this to a void. Okay. Let's see if it'll talk to it here. I don't know if it will. We might have to cut it from the other one, but let's see. Yeah, we could actually, I'm going to leave it a solid. And let's go to the left view. And I want to bring this side in a 1/2 inch. So what's the best way to do that? Well, I could just copy this reference plane or make a new one real quick, and then we're going to delete it right away. I'll just make one like right here. And I'll set it a 1/2 inch so that when I grab this, I got something to lock to. Boom, there we go. Okay, now I know it's a 1/2 inch all the way around. Let's go to that view one. Now I'm going to cut it from this other shape. Let's see if this works. Ideally, it will. So I'm going to go up to cut. It says first pick solid geometry to be cut. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner at this status bar down here, I'm going to grab the first one, and then I'm going to grab the second one. It's not letting me. Let's try again. Doesn't like it. So let's try this. Turn that into a void form, and now I'm going to try the same thing. Okay, that worked. All right, let's review those steps. So after I've made the extrusion, positioned it correctly where I want it to be subtracted from the other volume there, I turned this inner volume into a void form. Then I can use that void form to cut the geometry. So I can hit cut, select the outer box, select the inner box, and then it's cut. So that looks pretty awesome right now. So that is exactly where I want it to be. And look at my image. I sort of got this box figured out. Maybe 1/2 inch. Maybe this is more like 3/4. But you can make those. You can adjust all that as you move forward. Okay, so let's make one of the shelves up top. But since they're similar, excuse me, we can, you can make one and you'll know how to make the other. So let's do the same technique. I'm going to make this as a solid piece, and then I'm going to cut out this inside. Now, one thing we notice here is that the angle of this lines up. Okay, so if I go to my left view, I'm going to go ahead and create a reference plane that's flush with that all the way up, just so I know sort of where to click to. If we did the same technique, the extrusion and stuff, we could have just moved it out 4 inches too, and it should align. So we'll try both. So I'm going to make a shelf somewhere in here. So I don't need these reference planes anymore, right? Okay. So I can just delete them and we can make new ones for the next shelf up. So I'm going to go to create reference plane. So I'll put one here. If I look at this thing, I would say this is about 4 inches high. This one might be 3 inches. Yeah. All right. I'll accept that. Go back to Revit and I will copy this up 4 inches. Let's try a 5 looks more reasonable. I'm going to move this down 1 inch. I'm going to move this down maybe 4. All right. I'm not even going to name those. Let's just leave them for now. All right. So I'm going to go to this to explain what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to the right inner edge, make an extrusion, go all the way across, just like I made this box. So I'm going to go to the right side again, and I'm going to go to create extrusion. I'll set the plane to right inner edge, which it is. And I'm just going to draw. I can go all the way out to here now because I actually have somewhere to click to, and it's already the right size, so I don't need to adjust that outer line. So that looks good. I'm going to hit the green check. Let's go to view one. There it is. So I need to pull it this way. I'll go to the front view and I'll bring it all the way over to the left inner edge. And we sort of have the shape we need now. Now let's make the void form and subtract it from it. I'm actually going to go to the right inner edge again. And or we could draw it on the back and bring it forward. There's 2 ways to do this. So both I would say are equal in this case. So let's go to the front view, just like we did the last one. And I'm going to go to create extrusion. I'm going to set the work plane to center front back, which it is. And I'm going to go ahead and make a rectangle right here. And I'm going to move the top up because I need it to cut through the top because this shelf is open, unlike this one. I'm going to move the side over. Move this side over. And I'm going to move the bottom up. Hit the green check. Go to view one. Let's see what we got here. So right now it's flush with the back of the model. What I want to do, let's go to the left view. I want to bring this into about there, even with that one. So I don't want the back to be cut out. Now I'm going to turn this into a void shape. And I'm going to go to view one. And let's go ahead and cut it. So I'm going to do cut from this shape, cut this shape. And there we go. So that looks pretty cool. You'd think with the void form tool, it would just cut it automatically, but it looks like we need to sort of tell it exactly what to cut. But this is looking pretty darn good. Okay, so now that we have something, I'm going to pause here and I would say, why don't you go ahead and make the next shelf? In the next video, I'm going to talk materials, and then I'm going to talk putting it into a project. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.